قرآني معجزة الرحمن لما أقرأ فيه أشعر باطمئنان قرآني قرآني معجزة الرحمن.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear guys, I'm here again, but this time with Tajweed lesson number 3. In the previous lessons, we have learned about the importance of Tajweed as well as the pronunciation of some letters of Arabic language. But we haven't completed all the letters. So, continue now. Be ready. Let's start with a beautiful dua. Rabbi zidni ilma. Rabbi zidni ilma. Rabbi zidni ilma. Let's start. There are 3 letters which have the same pronunciation. These are Ra, Lam and Noon. How can we speak them? It's so simple. We can read them by touching the front part of our tongue to the roots of the upper teeth. These 3 have the same pronunciation. Read after me. Ra, Lam and Noon. Check if your tongue is touching or not. You will notice that your front part of the tongue will touch to the roots of the upper teeth. One time again, repeat after me. Ra, Lam, Noon. Okay, now see the next one. There are 3 letters Za, Sin and Sod. These 3 have the same pronunciation. If we see the points of articulation, then we can easily understand that how can we read them by the same pronunciation. The first thing is that join your upper and lower teeth to each other like you do the brush. Now touch your tip of the tongue at the point where upper and lower teeth are meeting. Read after me. Za, Sin and Sod. You have to put stress. Za, Sin, Sod. Now come to the confusing letter, that is Bod. Some people say that this is Zod and some people say that this is Dod, whereas both are wrong. But when you will see the point of articulation of Dod, you will see that Zod and Dod are wrong, whereas Dod is right one. Okay? Now see, how can we read it? Touch your sides of the tongue to the upper molars and move your tongue towards the upper palate. Read Bod. You have to practice after me. Bod. Bod. Okay? Bod. Now come to the easy letter, that is Fa. How can we read it? Touch your upper teeth to the wet part of the lower lips, whereas the most of the people read it by touching the upper teeth to the dry part of the lower lips, where it's wrong. So now think about the correct one. Touch your upper teeth to the wet part of the lower lips, that is Fa. Read after me. Fa. Okay, now come to the next one. Of. We can read of by touching the last part of our tongue to the soft palate. It's so easy. Of. Touch your last part of the tongue to the soft palate. Of. Read after me. Of. Whereas Kaf is the different. We can read it by touching the last part of our tongue to the upper hard palate, not the soft palate. We have to touch it to the upper hard palate. Kaf. It's not of. Of and kaf are different. Kaf. Okay? There is the next letter. It's Wow. It's so easy. We can read it by rounding our lips. Wow. We will not touch the teeth to the lower lips. Like wow. It's wrong. You have to round your lips. Wow. Wow. your teeth will not touch to anywhere and your tongue will also not touch to anywhere. Okay, now see the next two letters, which are the last, ha and hamza. We have to read them by the last part of the throat, which is close to the chest. Ha and hamza. Repeat after me. Ha, hamza. Okay, we have done. The pronunciation of all the letters of Arabic language are completed, alhamdulillah. I think it's enough for this week. Inshallah, we'll continue in the next week. If you have any question regarding this topic, you can ask freely in the comments. Jazakillah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
معجزة الرحمن لما أقرأ فيه أشعر باطمئنان. قرآني قرآني معجزة الرحمن